great to be with you this morning. Um, yeah, so now I'm very excited. This is a very wonderful day, and welcome to Formula for Everyday podcast with your host Lawrence Nkwocha. It's great to come to you this morning, and share, some thoughts that would help you to progress in your life on a personal level. Okay, this morning I'll be looking at a very interesting topic that I've been thinking about for a while now, and you know the moment you stop waiting for other people to choose you and start choosing yourself, that's the moment that your life changes. And the concept is called agency. You see, those with high agency in life tend to do better than those that fail to choose themselves, those that fail to to take action on what they want their life to be. So I'll be sharing with you this morning on how you can better position yourself to have high agency and achieve the things that you've planned to achieve, because life generally rewards movement. It doesn't just reward wishful thinking. It doesn't just reward those that have mere desires. Desire must be backed up with action. Okay, so this morning I'm going to be sharing with you the concept of um, high agency and how you can actually make something great out of your life from from the different um, um, desires that you've planned to achieve. So this is the difference that makes that comes to it. This is the difference between those that make things happen and those that actually watch things happen. Okay, so we're going to be going into the concept of high agency. Yeah, so I hope you're seeing this. Just adjust my camera a little. Yeah, so we're going to be going into the concept of high agency to actually see the difference between those that make things happen and those that just watch things happen. So first of all, is taking responsibility. You must be able to take responsibility for your life. Now, I like the way a lot of writers describe responsibility. They define responsibility as your response ability, your ability to be able to respond to the kind of things you want to see in your life. So your responsibility is your response ability. If you want to create opportunities, what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing to be able to create those opportunities? Are you leaving the opportunities you want to see in your life to chance, or are you actually taking responsibility in order to be able to see those things happen? You see, the difference between people that have high agency and those that just drift through life is the fact that those with high agency take responsibility. Whatever is going on in your life, it's your responsibility. It might not be your fault, and your excuses might actually be valid, but it is your responsibility to take charge of your life and actually do what you are meant to do. So, taking responsibility, which I would break down into your response ability, is the first step to high agency. When you want to develop high agency and actually take control of your life, create opportunities. Taking responsibility is the first thing. So you have to be able to take responsibility for your life. Then secondly, I'll be looking at positioning. You need to learn how to position yourself. So when you have taken responsibility and began to create the actions that would possibly change your life, the next thing you need to do is to position yourself. So in order for you to be able to get the kind of opportunities you need in your life, you need to be able to position yourself. Position yourself to be able to be the kind of person that would be able to take hold of the kind of opportunities that you desire in your life. So positioning, I'm so sorry if my audio is sounding a little bit off because it's raining outside and I really want to do this. That's why I'm here this morning to still go through with this life. So positioning yourself is how you get opportunities in life. So if you do not position yourself well enough in order to be able to get opportunities, then opportunities never come to you. If you take responsibility, responsibility puts you in a place of credibility, and the credibility further creates trust, and the trust leads to access that now creates opportunities. But you need to position yourself. You need to be in a place where you can be visible, okay? Because in order for you to gain the kind of access you want, you need to be visible. People need to see you. People need to see what you are doing. If you want to, market a thing. I mean, content now is a very big thing online. So whatever it is you want to push, you need to create content around it. You need to post consistently. You need to continue showing up. If what you need is a job or you need a particular opportunity from an organization, you need to show up so much that they see in you the seriousness and that determination to be able to make out of to be able to take hold of that opportunity and make the most of it. So positioning yourself is the next step after you have taken responsibility for your life. So when you think about positioning, in order for you to be able to get the position you need, like I mentioned, is you need to be able to take action, and the action can come in different forms. I mean, for most of what we do today, most of the main action you have to take is through content. Okay, so this action can mean content. So if you continue to create content around your business, around your work, around your talent, then you will get more and more opportunities. Let me position this camera well so that you can see the board. So you begin to get more and more opportunities that would give you high agency, because high agency is not just about waiting for things to happen. It's about stepping out there and actually making things happen. Okay. So okay. Yeah, I see your comments. I'll take note of that in the next live. I'm so sorry if I'll take note of positioning myself on the other side of the board in the next live. Thank you very much for that observation. So, but when you begin to take action, action is what would change everything for you. Because when you take action, you'll be able to now get the credibility. People will begin to see what, and people are moved by, I mean, seeing is believing. When you create, when you take consistent action through content, I mean, like I said, if you want to sell your talent, you want to sell a product, you want to land a job, whatever it is you want to get right now, content is the easiest action you can take. You create you write stuff, you post on social media, you can you can speak, you can just come up with your phone, record yourself on your talent or whatever it is you are doing, edit it and post it. That's the action you can take. So is this action that is going to create the opportunities you need. Okay, so one of the things I do is to act. I am an actor. Okay, so I am not waiting for those big directors to notice me and cast me. In fact, the thing about a job like acting is that you can't just through mere conversation or through, you need to show proof of what you've actually done. And if you're somebody that is just starting out in your industry that hasn't gotten so many opportunities, the good thing about life now is one of the best times to be alive, because you have your mobile phone, you can do a self-tape and post online. If you can't imagine, if you have 100 monologues, 100 could be like a very high number, but if you continue to do one monologue for the next 100 days, you have 100 monologues, and at that point nobody can actually argue with you that you are a competent individual that can be able to kill any role that you're given in acting. So taking action is very, very important when it comes to becoming high agency, because when you are high agency, you create the best opportunities for yourself in your life. Okay, so the next step is how you now gain credibility. Because when you consistently take action, people begin to believe in you. When you consistently take action, people begin to believe in what you are saying. Like I mentioned earlier, it may seem, I mean, if you think about one piece of content in a day, and the good thing about social media now is you don't even need to do so much. You just need to show you're working. And most of the videos that fly now are less than 15 seconds, so you don't even need to stay too long. You don't need to have so much screen time. You just need to show consistently what you do and create a brand around it, and you begin to build incredible credibility. People begin to believe you more and more, okay, for who you are and what you stand for. So this is a very, very interesting way to build high agency, to build competence, for people to actually believe in who you are and what you are able to do. So when you have built credibility, then you automatically begin to attract opportunities. You begin to attract opportunities in your life. Now, I love the attraction of opportunities, because this follows the law of attraction, which states that thought is creative and will automatically correlate with its object to bring it into manifestation. Now, the thought that is creative starts with you taking responsibility. If you have desires, if you have goals, you take the responsibility and know that it is your responsibility that is going to now create, that is going to move you basically to position yourself. Because it's when you take responsibility and know that you are in charge, in spite of what is going on in your life right now. Whatever result you want to see in the end, whatever goal you want to achieve, you are responsible. Yes, you may have so many excuses that may look very pleasant and sound good to the ear, but whatever result you want to achieve in your life, you are entirely responsible for those results. And when you take responsibility, then you can be able to better position yourself. And when you position yourself in such a way that opportunities can easily find you, okay, you position yourself like I mentioned earlier. One of the good places, if you don't even have any place to go, one of the good places to position yourself is on social media. You have LinkedIn. We have so many social media platforms where you can find people that are looking for exactly what you're doing. So that's positioning. Okay. Then the next step is taking action. The taking action, like I mentioned earlier, is content. You can start creating content. You can start, speaking to people, sending DMs, messaging people, telling people what you do. That's the action. And when you begin to take this action, you see that that's the true position you can do through responsibility. Okay, then your credibility over time. The good thing about having high agency is that time rewards you, because at the end of the day you realize that everything is a matter of compounding interest. Okay, everything comes together. The actions you take today, the actions you take tomorrow, and the actions you even took yesterday, everything compounds into giving you that wonderful opportunity. You see, I like one of the English proverbs I've read some a while back. I think it was in primary school. They were saying that it's not the last blow that the axe use. It's not the last blow of the axe that cuts down the tree. There were several strikes, several blows that the axe has been hitting on the tree before the tree finally falls down. Okay, so is when you continue to there's compounding interest when you continue to take action. And like I mentioned earlier, in order to be able to position yourself for whatever it is you want to do in today's world, content is a good way to take action. Create content around what you do. You don't need to say too much, you don't need to do too much. Just create reels of what you do. If you're a skilled worker or whatever it is you do, you can just consistently create content around it to show people that you are able to do what you said you can do. And as you continue to create, content and take action, you begin to gain credibility. You begin to gain incredible, people begin to trust what you can actually achieve. Then you create opportunities for yourself. So This is just a simple way by which you can be able to, attain that goal of being high agency. And trust me, high agency people don't just wait for things to happen to them. They go out there and happen to things. They make things happen. Because if you leave yourself at the mercy of people, then you have to play by their rules. But as a high agency person, you get to create your own rules in life. I remember what I've always said on this podcast, that we may hope to do better things tomorrow, but the best things are done today. I mean, even for this podcast, if I had waited for the perfect opportunity, the perfect resources, the perfect, look of things, I won't have been doing this. No, I won't have been doing this. But for the fact that it's important that I take the steps, the necessary steps, so that I can be able to be responsible. Yes, being responsible is that you are able to look at the prevailing situation. You are not making excuses. You're able to look at the prevailing situation and take action. So when you are responsible, it automatically puts you in the right position to take action. And as you continue to take action, you are building credibility over and over again. Credibility is stacking to build trust. And when you have that trust, people give you access. People give you access to places. People give you access to opportunities. People give you access to things. And before you know it, you are beginning to achieve what you are doing, like, faster. So one thing I realized again about high agency people is that when you continue to move, you realize that it is you go further. I mean, at the end of the day, like, life is a game of probability. But the good thing is that as you continue to move in life, you have the chances and probability of going further than someone that is just sitting still or is waiting for the perfect moment. Because the moment of absolute certainty never comes. It never comes. So you have to take responsibility at every point of your life and move, because you have to create that opportunity, not just waiting for opportunity to find you. But as you continue to create opportunities for yourself, the opportunities that you are looking for begin to come to you. That's exactly how to create, opportunities that find you. Okay, so you have to resolve in your mind today that you're going to be a high agency person. You're going to deploy all your powers. You're going to try your best to become self-reliant in order to be able to go for exactly what you need, what you desire in life. Because at the end of the day, I mean, nobody cares for you as much as you care for yourself. And that's why you need to take responsibility for your life, take responsibility for your career growth, take responsibility for your upskilling. We've spent a couple of days in the year. I mean, February is almost over, and this is a good opportunity. I mean, the year is still very young. We're still in the first quarter, and this is a very good opportunity for you to build something. I mean, we have 365 days in a year. Imagine that if you have evidence of 300 things you've been able to do, like, every single day, you're able to do one thing 300 times. So we have almost 2 months of the year gone. But if you continue to create, credibility for the rest of the year, so imagine that you're able to show that you have been able to do something consistently 300 times. That's incredible. That's just incredible, because it is evidence that you've gotten better over time. So I just want to encourage you this morning that being a high agency person will pay you in the long run, because it's when you understand that movement is the only way to go forward. Movement is the only way to, progress, and you take it upon yourself that you are going to be responsible for the outcomes in your life. You're not just going to wait for life to happen to you, but you're going to step out there and happen to life. You see, and the good thing about being high agency is that you only get better, because it's just like practice, and it takes a lot of practice for you to, like, if you've ever built anything, you realize, let's say, like a skill, it takes a lot of practice to actually reach the level of mastery. Okay, it takes a lot of practice, and that's why the concept of high agency is a very it's an incredible one. So it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of dedication. So being high agency is for you to you know you know just take responsibility that I am in charge of whatever happens to me, and you follow through with the law of attraction to know that it's the kind of things you dwell on in thinking, and you are able to act on, that eventually come into your life. Okay, so the kind of opportunities that you attract into your life are those that you are able to take action for, you're able to take responsibility for. Stop making excuses, because I mean excuses are abundant in the world. He said there are 1,000 reasons for failure, but never there are 1,000 excuses for failure, but never a good reason. So you need to take responsibility, build credibility, acquire trust that will give you the access you need for the opportunities that you so desire. And I just want to encourage you this morning that it only gets better as you continue to move. Remember that we may hope to do better things tomorrow, but the best things are done today. So I remain your host for Formula for Everyday podcast. This podcast is a daily podcast. I talk about personal development topics like what we've seen this morning on high agency. I usually live stream twice in a day, early in the mornings and in the evenings. I remain your host, Lawrence Nkwocha. Until I come your way again, bye for now.